guys, how we all diddly doing? How's everybody holding up? This is the ugliest build in the game, full stop. I am not taking any further questions on this, Your Honour. This is what I have categorised as the ugliest build in game. If you want to fight me, then leave a comment down below and let me know what other builds you think are the ugliest ones in games, and I'll renovate them as well. I won't hesitate, bitch. Yes, today we're going to be making over the ugliest build in the game. All you have to do is look at her and you can see that she's the ugliest building. But I kind of set myself a challenge with this because I am currently renovating my house that I own, and I have found out that renovating a house in real life is in fact nothing like The Sims. Why did nobody tell me this? It is in fact really hard and a lot more expensive than in The Sims as well. You can't just add a wall for 50 simoleons and then make that money back up on the wall that you demolish. So I mean, I wish it worked like that, but it unfortunately does not. So the challenge that I set myself in this one was to kind of keep the original feel of the house. Definitely change the inside floor plan though, because that she was not working for me. Actually, she was a bit of a disaster. I'm really liking the style of the modern winters where they have slats in the middle as well. I'm kind of thinking about getting them in my actual house, but also it's Middlesbrough, you know what I mean? So I am going to stick out like a sore thumb, but that's fine by me. I've done it before. I'm not shy of sticking out like a sore thumb. I've got red Christmas nails as well because I can't put a Christmas tree up this year because I'm living out of a living room and my entire dining room, bedroom, office, everything is in that one room. So I thought, well, this is my Christmas tree. So always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. So I've completely forgot my point. Oh, I did change the exterior walls actually. I moved that room in a little bit. I did anticipate that originally to be a kitchen, but it actually ended up being a bedroom. I added another bedroom in this property because honestly, I'm English, babe, right? And the way that English houses work is we're all very close together and there's not actually that much floor space, but we're very good, British people, at maximising space. This open floor plan, absolutely not. We could get 3 bedrooms out of your open plan kitchen. I made it into 2 bedrooms. And I also, the vibe, honestly, I'm having an identity crisis at the minute, guys. A big fat identity crisis. I don't know who I am anymore because I have not built a suburban house in God knows how long. I think I am moving on to the modern build. I think I might be a modern builder. I'm just really enjoying them and I'm really liking the vibe that they can give. But it's got to be a certain type of modern, right? Because let me just put things in writing here for you now. I hate the city living modern aesthetic. Do not like that. But the modern aesthetic that's still kind of warm and feels homely and it's not ultra, feels like a hospital. That modern aesthetic I can get behind, and I think I've found my modern aesthetic. But also, I just find them a bit more of a challenge to build. Not to say that, like, you know, suburban houses are easy, but modern houses are a challenge for me because I haven't really delved into it that much. So delving into it is a challenge for me, not for everybody, that I'm not usually that acquainted with. Because again, I live in Middlesbrough, babe. Literally, when I built my house before on stream, loads of people were like, no, don't build your house, you might dox yourself. And it's like, literally, I have the same floor plan of probably 90% of Britain, so semi-detached. Like, I mean, the house that I haven't spoken about my house much, right? I was planning on doing a full tour, but obviously I can get a bit paranoid, and you know, sometimes I do have anxiety, which I'm working on overcoming at the minute, actually. Well, I have been since it struck me like a fucking hammer to the head. But my new house is actually smaller, which is fun. I actually grew up, we had like 8 Sims in one house when I was growing up, so I'm very used to like small spaces, and I find them the most comforting. I find that too much space actually makes me feel uncomfortable. So, you know, thank God I wasn't born in the land of gentry. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be here to make this video, babe. But I would pull a serious black if that was the case, actually. I'd run away completely. I did threaten to run away one time, actually, with my friend Connor, and then we both decided not to. Not because we loved our family so much we wanted to stay with them, although that probably is the deeper reason, but we decided not to run away because our hair would get greasy and we can't really wash our hair in the woods, do you know what I mean? Could go to a river, but we decided not to run away in the end, thankfully, and I'm here to make this video on this day. But yes, so the new house that I've got is actually a lot smaller. Like I said, I'm living out in my living room, and you know what? I really thought that it would bother me, not bothering me in the slightest, because I very much take my energy from like the things around me. So my desk has to have nothing on it, otherwise my mind gets cluttered. And I thought that it'd affect me more because my bedroom is cozy as, don't get me wrong. Like, I've got my Christmas bedding on. I kind of like working in one entire place as well. And like, I've got a wardrobe in there, dining room tables in there and everything. And it's not like a huge living room. It's just like a standard semi-detached living room. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You open the living room door and it's like a bomb site, literally, because there's walls knocked down and everything. And I am not phased in the slightest. This is what I don't understand about myself, because my mum can leave an empty tub of coleslaw on the kitchen top. Absolute meltdown for me. But I can live in a construction site and feel so at home. But that's probably saying something about me, really, isn't it? Like, I'm sure we could unpack that further. But we're not going to here on this day. Not going to. Today is about love, laughter. How am I supposed to live, laugh, love in these conditions? I also thought that a speed build could be good, because I haven't actually caught up with you that much. I've caught up with you on Twitch, but not so much on YouTube. I haven't done like a sit down talking video on YouTube in a while. So you'll be happy to know that I have started therapy, which is really exciting. I think I've probably started it a bit too late, to be honest. Like, I think I've already started healing from a lot of my trauma. But you know what? Never say never. It's never too late to get help, is it, babe? But I think I probably could have done with therapy like a year ago, to be honest. But I've started and it's going well, actually. I think it's just good to talk. I think talking does me well. I don't know if you can tell by the amount of videos I have on this channel. I'm a talker. I can talk sometimes, actually. I say that, right? But then I have periods where I just don't speak. I'm in a talking mood at the minute, but usually, like when I'm gaming with friends, I think people must think I'm really social outside of YouTube, because I do seem really extroverted on YouTube, and I am. Like, this is all of my energy for the day, do you know what I mean? But then I will have like just completely no talking periods for like days. So, and don't ever try and speak to me one-on-one. Jesus, that's a whole nother kettle of fish. I'm not a one-on-one gal. Like, I can be your best friend in a group, but don't expect me to be there for your one-on-one, because I do freeze up. I do. And that's something that's consistent throughout my entire life. There's only been like a handful of people I've been able to maintain one-on-one conversations with, and it's usually because those people have just been so adamant that they push through, not in a bad way, but like, I'm a complex individual, and each individual has nuance to them, and I am a nuanced individual. She's nuanced like everything in life, like my ass. So yeah, I've started therapy. It's actually going really, really well. There's so many things that, because obviously, let's just real talk, like, I didn't get autism didn't get picked up in me until very late, like fully adult, which means that there's probably, well, I know that there definitely is a lot of things in my life that have actually probably caused me quite a bit of trauma. That, like my entire time at school, I was such a smart kid. Like, I was so clever. I had so much talent at academics. And you know what? It did end up in me getting a first class master's degree, which I don't like to talk about too much. But like, people just pinned me as a naughty kid because I was naughty, I guess. But like, it was undiagnosed autism, babe. That has kind of got me down over the years, like what I could have achieved if that was picked up sooner. So these kind of things I'm working through in therapy, and like noticing patterns in myself. I'm very critical of myself, especially with YouTube, because YouTube's such an easy thing to be critical about yourself over. And I'm also a perfectionist, but that's also tied in with my mind's just like, because I'm getting to the point where I'm really understanding who I am as a person now, and I really understand why I do things and how I do things and why I react in certain ways I react. I'm very self-aware, which is a good thing, honestly, because just can you imagine being this anxious and not even knowing why? But yeah, it's like a moment for me, because I'm like, oh my god, that's autism and that's autism, and so yeah, I'm sure, other autistic people really be able to relate to that, but it almost takes the stress off as well, because you can just label it as like, oh, well, yeah, that's that. That's out of my hands, babe. I have also been thinking about Jesus. Now, I did paint myself as a good Catholic girl for many years, right? And I was a good Catholic girl for many years. I wore the fucking holy robes and everything. I was stood outside of a church on a Sunday morning greeting everybody, good morning, the Lord be with you, right? But not because... well, I suppose I did love Jesus. I don't like God, though. I think God's a bit of a prick. But my special interest for a while was the church. You can't really pick them. They just tend to happen to you. It was the church. But see, do I believe in God? I'm not sure. I think I lie more probably along the agnostic line. Like, there's something in me that has faith, but it doesn't really present itself as like an undying faith in Catholicism. Do you know what I mean? My dad's side of the family is just Catholic, so there's those ties there. Grandma's side's Proddy. This is just a question I want to put to the audience. If you are, deeply religious, do you feel like you can feel anxious about something and just be like, well, I'll just leave that to Jesus? Is that a thing? Listen, but if I was going to actually strictly go by Catholicism, I'd need to know fact, absolute fact. I need confirmation from Jesus. Are you transphobic? Are you sexist? Are you homophobic? Do I have to reproduce to be able to be part of, the Christian nation upstairs? So if God could get back with me, because listen, right? I'm agender and I spent the most part of my life wishing I was a boy. And sometimes I do just feel like I am a Barbie doll. Much to unpack, actually. I've always had a complicated relationship with gender. I am under the trans umbrella. So if he was against that, no. Jesus, these are my terms. But like, I just think it must be nice, do you know what I mean, to have these issues in your life and then be like, oh, God will handle that. Like, I wish I had that trust, you know what I mean? But my mum's trying to take the role of Jesus, because my mum looks at me and she's like, give all of your worries to me, darling. But it doesn't really work. Sorry to Julia. Sorry to this one man. But yeah, that's my life at the minute. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely going good. I'm on the way to healing. Nature is healing. Yeah, I'm just feeling good at the minute. Still anxious, but still working on it. My therapist made a good point about checking my B12 and iron levels. So yeah, just thought that might be helpful to you. I love you all so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any video ideas down below, or you can join my Discord as well if you would like to, because there's a video ideas section that I check very regularly on there. The link to my Discord is just discord.gg/Plumbella. It'll take you directly there, and you can leave video ideas there. Bye.